Sometimes people don't break because they are weak. They break because they tried too hard to be better for people who never intended to change. When people are constantly criticized or taunted without reason, the pain is not just emotional, it is psychological. At first, the human mind reacts in a very predictable way. We assume the problem is us. Psychology calls this internalization when external negativity slowly becomes an internal belief. So the person starts asking, maybe I'm not good enough. Maybe I need to improve. Maybe if I change, people will treat me better. This is where self improvement begins, not from growth, but from pain. The person becomes more careful, more polite, more silent, and more accommodating. They work on themselves, they adjust their behavior, they suppress their emotions. All of this is driven by a deep psychological need, the need for social acceptance. But then something painful happens. Even after all the effort, even after becoming better, calmer, and kinder, the taunts don't stop. And this is where the brain enters a second phase. Psychology calls it emotional exhaustion. When the mind realizes no matter what I do, the outcomes doesn't change. This creates learned helplessness, a state where the person stops trying to please, explain, or prove themselves. Slowly, the hurt starts to harden, not because the person becomes cruel, but because the brain is trying to protect itself. This emotional hardening is actually a defense mechanism. The mind says, if feeling hurts this much, I will feel less. If opinions wound me, I will stop valuing them. So the person becomes emotionally distant. They stop reacting, they stop caring, and they stop explaining. This is not confidence, this is emotional numbness. People often misinterpret this stage. They say, you have changed, you have become cold, and you don't care anymore. What they don't understand is the person didn't change suddenly. They were slowly shaped by repeated disrespect. Psychologically, this journey goes through three stages. Number one, sensitivity. Second, self blame and over improvement. And third one, emotional withdrawal. By the time a person reaches the third stage, their silence is not weakness, it's a survival. They no longer seek validation, they no longer chase approval, and they no longer explain their worth. And eventually, they stop caring about opinions. Not because opinions don't matter, but because protecting inner peace matters more. This is how constant unnecessary criticism doesn't just hurt feelings, it reshapes personalities. It turns expressive people quiet, soft people guarded, and caring people distant. So if someone around you has gone silent, stop reacting, stop explaining. Remember that silence was learned, that distance was earned, and that harness was built to survive pain that words once caused. So, if you like this video, share with your loved ones and hit subscribe button YouTube Trade Sense channel. Thank you.